How's it going, everyone? Fordham Firesides. I'm your host, Hank Michaels. I have Ethan Saggy here today, and we're going to talk about Marvel movies because we just saw Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
Correct. And you're a big Marvel fan.
Big Marvel fan.
Like myself. Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
Like a lot of people. Like, I won't say I'm like a huge, like, grew up on the comics type person, which I wasn't at all. Like,
my dad was.
oh, okay.
And then my brother was. And I was never. And then the movies started coming out, and my dad and brother were so into it, and so I started. And they're just great movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like when I saw Iron Man for the first time is like when I kind of like started to get into it. And I think I read like Spider-Man comics in like middle school, but it's really because of the movie. So
I don't even think I knew who Iron Man was.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I just remember like some like kids in like my fifth grade class would like they thought it was like so sick because they were playing AC/DC during the trailer and stuff and. Yeah, so I'm not a comic book purist by any means, but I have been a fan of these movies for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that kind of helps, like, now, like, I don't read the comics, but, like, I'll kind of look into the comics, for references if I'm a little
for speculation.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I don't know. They've been, like, a big part of my life, too, and I've seen everyone in theaters since the first Avengers, and I also saw Thor 1 in theaters. I didn't see Iron Man in theaters.
I did. My dad took me and my brother. Oh no, you're just saying like it is a big part of my life. Like I'm figuring when Endgame comes out, I will have been watching Marvel movies half my life.
Yeah, that is crazy to think. It's great, and they just keep building on it, and I think with every like phase of movies, they just like keep getting better.
Yeah.
But that's not to say there aren't some duds here and there. But even when a movie's a dud, I think they're still great, and I still think they've been across the board better than most DC movies. I would have said every DC movie until Aquaman came out.
No, Aquaman was really good.
Aquaman was a lot of fun, but I mean, even like the ones people like more, like Man of Steel and Wonder Woman, I thought still were kind of messy. And I think the worst Marvel movies like Thor 2 and Incredible Hulk still had better pacing and were more fun, and they're also part of the Marvel universe, so I'm more inclined to watch them.
It's all tied in, so you have to see it, and like you'll enjoy it. Those two movies are not good. But
yeah, they're fine. They're fine. I think Thor 2 is fine. It's not like one I would skip if I'm watching through all the movies because it does.
No, it's important.
It adds to the universe.
Extreme. Yeah, the Hulk doesn't.
The Hulk adds nothing. I've seen that one once. That one is probably bad, but the newest one, Captain Marvel, came out.
Yeah.
Where does that one fall for you?
Like on a list between all.
Yeah,
of them?
and like a certain tier. What do you say, like bottom tier, mid tier?
I thought it was. There's so many good ones. There's so many ones that I just love. Yeah, it was good. I said like I'd give it like a 7.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, I'd say it's good because a lot of people have criticism with it. I understand them.
If I really want to like place it, I have to like actually like write down like my top like 10, like all of them ranked, and that's just a lot of work. But I'd say upper middle. Somewhere.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd say it's bottom tier for me. That's not a bad thing because I liked it.
Yeah. But you can place it anywhere, and if it's a Marvel movie, I still like it.
Yeah.
Except for like Hulk.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, Captain Marvel. It's I was excited for it because they hype it up for her role in Endgame.
Yeah, that's like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, and I just wish it did more. But I mean, I guess. How should we like describe the movie? I mean, for those of you who don't know, it's the first female Marvel superhero to have her own movie.
Yeah.
It's an origin story. It takes place in the 90s, so before the events of every Avengers movie except for the first Captain America.
Yeah.
And it's about how Carol Danvers, like how she became a hero. Because she had her powers before the movie started because she's part of some alien race.
Yeah.
And it's basically how she gets to where she is or will be by the time Endgame starts. And it's set up, it kind of rushes through what, it
really does.
Yeah, what you want to see from the character. I still thought the story was really interesting.
Yeah, I thought the story was really good, and I like enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking when I was watching it is every other origin movie I've watched, like Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, they're like really introducing the character. This one felt more for me as like just kind of like a rushed introduction to set up Endgame.
Yeah, it did.
Which makes sense, but I mean, I liked it. I thought she did well.
Yeah, I don't know because Brie Larson's a great actress, and I like Room a lot. She won an Oscar for that movie, and I think it's fantastic. But I thought she was like really flat in this movie, and people have been saying that since the first trailers came out.
Yeah.
And I like didn't buy into it. I'm like, it's trailers. Like, it's not gonna actually show you how she's like as a character. But I was surprised just like how like awkward her performance felt. And I also feel like I didn't understand the character more by the end of the movie.
Yeah, you're right. They really just kind of rush her introduction, and it's rushed and it's jumping like all over the place, which is like it made for a good movie. I kind of watched it and felt like more I was watching like a 90s sci-fi movie more than like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it did do a really good job of actually feeling like it was 90s.
Yeah, no, they did. There were some pretty funny little things.
Yeah, and there's just great moments. Like I like the trains fight at the beginning.
Yeah, the trains fight was great. I was really upset. This was like my one big I was upset about this was the trailers for the final fight scene where she's like flying through space. No, she's
just like zapping through things.
She's flying through space looked awesome.
Yeah.
And then the movie, it's like 15 seconds.
It was fun. It was like literally exactly what you got in the trailer.
It was the trailer.
Like I didn't.
I was upset. I thought it was gonna be like really cool. Yeah. And they set up this movie so fast just to make you know that she's gonna be the most powerful Avenger, and like one of the big reasons why they take down Thanos most likely. Yeah,
it's just like the biggest problem with the movie is like it didn't make me care about the character enough. Because I like the movie. I really like Nick Fury in it.
He was great. I think this might have been his best role.
Oh, probably. He was funny.
He was hilarious. And Goose stole the show.
The cat. Yeah. The cat was fine. Everyone loves that cat. It was cool and scenes.
We were laughing watching it when he first shows his true powers.
Yeah, that was funny. There's a cat in the movie that
it's a flirkin.
And they keep like making a joke that it's like, oh, it's not a cat. And he's like, are you kidding me? It's a cat. And like Nick Fury loves his cat, but then at like one point, there's like a minor spoiler, like tentacles come out of his mouth and he like attacks people. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. And then the whole we don't want to spoil the movie because it's new, but I will say Ben Mendelsohn's character, he plays one of the Skrulls, like the villains from the movie that they're setting up. Really interesting character too, like a different type of bad guy. I
thought he was good. He was really good.
He could have just been like a Malekith type.
That's what I thought the Skrulls. I was kind of worried that they were basically going to be like the Dark Elves from Thor 2. But no, they were good. I liked that aspect of the movie. He was really good. It was just really interesting, and it kind of helped shift you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it,
but yeah, it was really fascinating finding out what would happen next, and not just with the Skrulls, but with Captain Marvel's past and who her mentor was that she keeps having mysterious flashbacks to and that sort of thing. The thing is, I guess we have to wait to Endgame to maybe give her more development and more movies down the line, because I don't think the script did the character justice, and I think Brie Larson just needs to be more comfortable in the role, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
But what I don't want to see in Endgame is that a character that was just introduced one movie before sweeps in and becomes the big hero of Endgame.
That's what I felt like Captain Marvel was setting up.
Yeah.
She's ridiculously powerful.
She is.
They took however movies Thor has been in to set up how powerful he is at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, that's true.
And she can just she would beat him.
She just does it like that.
Yeah, that's the one thing that just upset me.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think they'll give her too much of the spotlight, because I think they know that people care too much about Iron Man and Captain America, and they want to. Yeah. And assuming that these characters die, which they might, I think there's a very good chance. It'll be their swan song.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna move the spotlight.
It wouldn't do them justice if they just introduce Captain Marvel and she steals the show.
Yeah, but the thing is, and what's so fascinating about Endgame is that we have no idea what's going to happen.
The trailers have given us nothing.
I mean, we know that all the people that turn to dust at the end are coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walked away from Infinity War and thought that Spider-Man and Black Panther were dead for real, I don't know.
After they just introduced these characters and already in a year that Far From Home's coming out.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, now the trailer is out and you see that, and not only is Spider-Man in it, but Nick Fury is also in it. So they're both alive.
But that's the thing is, an interesting thing is the trailers for Endgame, when they're bringing the dust back and forming the Avengers symbol.
Yeah.
If you look, there's still cracks in it.
Oh, okay.
I think that symbol, it's like a symbol for it's never going to be the same.
Yeah.
Characters are going to permanently die. Like some of our most beloved characters.
I think the permanently dead characters are going to stay dead. I think Loki's not coming back. I think Vision's not coming back.
You don't think Vision's coming back?
No, and they shouldn't bring him back.
No.
He's not. I like Vision, but
he's funny, but he's not.
But come on, like, are you going to really waste time bringing this guy back for
another character who's like the opposite of Thor?
Yeah.
That like starts so powerful in Age of Ultron, and then is nothing at the end.
Yeah, basically.
He did get stabbed. Like, twice,
but then Gamora,
she's
of
back.
from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will revolve around some type of resurrection plot. Maybe it goes like X-Men Dark Phoenix and she's like evil or something, and then maybe they have to like kill her for real or something. I could see that, but I don't think we've seen the last of Gamora because it just seems weird to kill off a main Guardians character in a non-Guardians movie, even though she was very important in Infinity War, and it wasn't a meaningless death. Like,
no,
that
it was the most meaningful.
She was one of the best characters in Infinity War, and I
great.
always thought she was the worst Guardian of the Galaxy, but she was, I think, top 3 characters in Infinity War alongside Iron Man and
Thanos.
Besides Thanos, but alongside Iron Man and Thor.
Thor was great. I saw something funny the other day. The run, like how much screen time all the characters got. Cap in Infinity War got 6.5 minutes.
Yeah,
of screen time.
I know. I think Black Panther had like 2 minutes or something like that. It's actually ridiculously low. But like
that's what you're juggling when you have like how many heroes do they have in the movie? Like
like 16 or something, and they really made it work. I
they did a great job. Infinity War is my favorite Marvel movie.
Easily. It's so good, and it's really impressive what they pulled off. And I know I said that how when they all vanish at the end, like you knew that they weren't actually going to kill off these heroes.
But you don't see the movie ending that way.
No, you don't. It's a bold move, and there's definitely like 6-year-olds that went home that night crying, wondering why Spider-Man's dead.
I have a funny story. I saw it in I flew home from college last year.
Okay.
My brother picked me up at the airport. He's like, we're going to see Infinity War.
Yeah.
He'd already seen it, I think, like 3 times. And he takes me, and it's like one of the smaller theaters, 2 screen times playing. We're in the later showing. He goes to the bathroom in the middle of it, comes back, and after the movie tells me, he's like, yeah, when I went to the bathroom, it was right at the end of their showing. And
no.
He's like a 6th grader who was bawling.
Oh, no.
I was laughing.
It's great though. Like these like fun movies got like an emotional reaction out of people that you haven't really seen before. Besides, I think Guardians, they did good emotional moments in the past, and I think Iron Man 3 does. Most underrated superhero movie of all time.
Besides the villain thing that upsets people, I think it's like such a good
if people haven't
storyline.
gotten over that, we can talk about Iron Man 3 for a second.
Quick second?
Yeah,
great storyline.
Quick second.
Iron Man fights without his suit for most of the movie.
Yeah, it's great. It shows how great Tony Stark is, not just as like an engineer, but as like I don't want to say like he's great as a person. That sounds weird, but he's also like he's a really like damaged human being after the events of Infinity War and Avengers 1. And they show that in a really good way.
Oh, yeah.
And the people that complain about Iron Man 3 complain about the villain twist, how the Mandarin that they built up was just like a joke.
Yeah.
But if you're still like not over that, like come on. Like,
no, if you watch the movie more as just like kind of a story arc for Tony, it's so good.
Yeah, with repeated rewatches, like you realize that the movie's not about the Mandarin. It was never supposed to be about that. They were telling a very different type of story.
Yeah.
And then the other complaint people have with it, and it's the same complaint people have with Dark Knight Rises, like you only see like 6 minutes of suit action the entire movie or some like nonsense like that.
It's not the point of.
It's not the point.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
it's not. It's
they
about
made a good
him.
film.
It's about Tony. It's about the person. It's about like developing him.
Yeah,
They do a great job of that.
Yeah,
we should get back to.
Yeah, we should get back to it. But yeah, so Infinity War, emotional ending, bold move, but how they're gonna like undo what happened at the end, and where they're gonna end this like saga, even though they're still going after this. We got plenty of movies coming out.
I don't think they have like movies in the works, but after Far From Home, there's not a movie set to come out for like another year.
Yeah.
And they don't know. Yeah, it's not known which one it's gonna be.
I mean, they're definitely making them right now.
Yeah.
But
for Phase 4.
Yeah, they're being. They just haven't announced any titles or anything, which is cool because like we don't know what like what it will be like. Maybe we'll get crazy like crossover movies and stuff. Like I'd love to see that.
And they're gonna be bringing in like the Fox characters, X-Men, think they
I
gotta
know.
start
At some
incorporating them.
point, I still think that's a ways off.
Yeah, no, they even said that they're
Yeah.
gonna be developing later.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited to see Endgame. I want to see how like this 11 years of like movies
I
they're
know.
making, because this is like the culmination of the last 11 years. They're
Yeah.
like starting new after that. Same characters, but you know.
Yeah, a lot
you know
of characters will still be around.
They're closing a storyline.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's gonna be crazy. The trailers make it look so dark.
Yeah, I
love
know.
that.
And they barely give you anything. Like
Nothing.
they said, they're only showing the first 15 minutes of the movie in the trailer. I love that.
No,
That's
I
great.
said the only trailer that could have come out was just the theme song, the logo, and the title of the movie.
Yeah.
And they would still get the exact same amount of viewers.
And they did like the bare minimum over that, like which is great. Like the trailers don't have me hyped for the movie that the Infinity War trailer did, but it's not. That's not the point, because I'm already so hyped for the movie because Infinity War
We've been waiting
is
a year.
the trailer for
We've been waiting a
Endgame.
year.
But what would you speculate are going to be the movies that come out after Far From Home? Because I think like we know almost for a fact that Black Panther 2 is a lock.
Guardians 3, which was
is
in production, is
confirmed.
confirmed. It's been pushed off because of
Yeah.
the whole James Gunn
Yeah,
thing.
but also confirmed. We'll probably get a Doctor Strange 2 in some way.
Doctor Strange 2.
Maybe it'd be like some kind of spin-off. Not spin-off, but like crossover movie too. Like it might not just be Doctor Strange 2. It could be just like Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Thor Ragnarok. With
Yeah.
the Hulk.
That's what I want to see more of. Like there should be no reason for there not to be like endless crossover movies after this point.
No, but so definitely Black Panther 2. Definitely Doctor Strange 2. We already know Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make a third Spider-Man in a few years.
Easily.
I'm curious to see what characters like live after Endgame, because you know, if Thor lives, they could easily make another movie with him, because the last one was such a hit and he's such like a popular character.
I know. Like it seems like they could kill him off here now, but it seems like there's like new life to this character, and it would be a shame to waste him. I also know Chris Hemsworth like loves doing it.
He loves it. I mean,
him and Mark Ruffalo both love being in Marvel movies, which I love that, because Mark Ruffalo is does indie films.
Yeah.
He's been nominated for multiple Oscars, but he also just loves that he's the Hulk.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
Which is kind of great.
They're gonna definitely introduce some new characters. I heard they're gonna do like the Eternals movie, something like that.
Eternals. Yeah, maybe I heard something about that. I don't know.
If the Hulk lives, maybe they try and do his own movie.
That finally, I don't know. Universal still has the rights or something to a solo Hulk movie, so that's why they haven't done it.
Did Universal? They did the Incredible Hulk as
Yeah.
part of the MCU, right?
Yeah, even though they had Tony Stark in the credit scene for that movie
I
or
think
something.
it was probably like partnered with Marvel.
Yeah,
Studios.
there was probably some weird strings that had to pull to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm curious because there's still, it's such a vast universe. So many characters can be still introduced.
Yeah.
They teased it at the end of Guardians 2 with Adam Warlock.
Yeah, that's true.
Curious to see if I think they were planning on introducing him in Guardians 3.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I don't know anything about this character that much. Doesn't he weld the Infinity Gauntlet or something in the comics? Or
I just know he's the next level of most powerful. He's extremely powerful. From space. He's not a human, or no. He's in space.
Yeah, he's in space.
I'm curious. There's the Eternals one that I heard about that's in talks, or they're gonna start production on. It's really interesting because one of the main characters is Thanos' brother, who's a good guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Not a mutant either.
That's what I'm excited for, is stuff that builds the cosmos universe more. Because we've gotten a decent amount of it with Guardians, Thor.
That was so cool about the first Guardians is taking it. I mean, Thor 2 was in Asgard.
Yeah.
Thor 1 was too, but
Thor 2
taking
they go
it truly into the universe and introducing so many different planets and characters. That was great. I loved Guardians 1. Guardians 2 I liked a lot too.
I think I like 2 more, marginally more, because I feel like those movies are so character driven, and I think it does the character stuff better in the second one.
Yeah.
But 1 has a plot that makes more sense.
I like the plot better in 1, but 2 is really good. The opening scene is hilarious.
Oh,
Baby Groot dancing
it's awesome.
around.
It looks really cool too. Just how it's following him around. I don't know. It's a really well made scene.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just I can't speculate about the future until after Endgame.
Yeah, you really
It's
can't
hard.
know. You can just assume what movies they're gonna make, but you don't know where they're gonna take
and
it.
it was said that in Endgame, they're like Thanos isn't even the biggest threat.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, who is the bigger threat? I would love to see like, because they just tightened with Fox if they introduce Galactus.
Oh, something like that.
Like in an end credit scene, if the deal's like finalized by now.
Yeah.
It'd be tough though, but that would be really cool.
Yeah. What I want from this movie though is I don't want them to be just like, all right, we wrapped up this plot, but you wait till you see what comes next. Like I want this to be closure.
So you don't even want like an end credit scene?
No, I can have a post credit scene, like maybe a little like teaser, but I don't want any like open ends at the end of like the story.
Like at the end of Avengers when you see Thanos out in space.
Yeah, like I mean that would
Avengers 1.
Yeah, that'd be a bit much, but I would like I don't know because you do have Far From Home coming out like immediately after, but like I just don't want the movie to end. Not counting post credit scenes, but I don't want them to be like at the end of the movie like hinting at something else.
You're right.
Coming.
They do need to kind of just close.
They
it up.
need to like just like draw a firm line between Endgame and everything else that where you can be like this is like the first part of Marvel movies and
the MCU.
Yeah. But you know who I'm really wondering about is Ant-Man, because I love Ant-Man.
He's hilarious. Those solo movies are just funny and
they're
fun.
great, but they like barely tied him in. Like I've been waiting so long for him to be really tied into the rest of the MCU.
Oh yeah, I mean he was in Civil War.
He's in Civil War for that bit, and then now we know he's gonna be in Endgame.
How is he gonna get out of the? If you didn't see Ant-Man 2, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How's he gonna get out of the quantum realm?
I don't know. It's gonna be some like Deus Ex Machina thing.
Like, you already know the quantum realm's gonna play like such a big part.
I hope he has a big part in Endgame because
I think he does.
I just like can't see there being an Ant-Man 3 at this point on its own because like I don't think 2 did enough to really tie it to the rest of the universe. It just felt like a sequel to Ant-Man 1.
And then like
maybe Civil War.
Quickly that end credit scene to show what's going on.
So unless they really like up his role in the MCU, well I should say this, I can't see there being another Ant-Man movie like the first 2 Ant-Man movies, like him and his family and like in San Francisco. Like they really got to change things up. I see more of like a what you're saying, like if they do like a Doctor Strange tie-in, like Ant-Man doing like more of like the big movies. That'd be funny. An Ant-Man Doctor Strange like buddy movie.
That would be hilarious.
I would love that.
I mean, Doctor Strange is gonna play a big part in this movie.
Yeah, I
know that.
Yeah, I can see that too, and I really like Doctor Strange too. I'm a big Benedict Cumberbatch fan.
Yeah, I started liking him when I watched Sherlock.
Oh yeah,
and he's fantastic in that.
He's great.
Fantastic as Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's great in like so much stuff.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
And he seems like a more of like a character actor at first. Like he always plays like a certain type of role, but he doesn't really. Like he's so different from Sherlock to like Doctor Strange. I mean, they're similar. They're both like kind of like smart like assholes.
Yeah.
But like in 12 Years a Slave, he has like a small role where he's not like that at all. Yeah. I mean, what else was he in? Star Trek. Mm-hmm. He was like different than that. He was a bad guy though. The Imitation Game, like different.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be a big role. I think they're all gonna. The thing I really like about Endgame is there's less heroes.
Yeah, that's true.
So each one's gonna probably get more screen time, and they're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh God, I really just I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
The only spoiler that we know really so far was at the end of Captain Marvel.
Oh, that she shows up in the movie, and that's cool. Yeah, the post-credit scene. I guess if you don't want to know, just ignore this. But the post-credit scene is like a scene that we assume is going to be in Endgame towards the beginning. So it's like a nice little tease. But we know she's going to be in that movie anyway. So
yeah, I was curious to see though how she was going to they were going to find her.
Yeah.
More if she finds them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Ethan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Endgame?
Like 10.
10, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
10.
April, the 26th can't come fast enough.
I know.
I am so excited.
I'm very excited myself, too.
I mean, it's...
Opening night, IMAX 3D. Yeah. I'm going to be there.
We're going to be 3D?
I mean, I don't know. If they sell it in 3D, I might as well. Yeah. Well, if we get good seats, I don't want to be at a weird angle and have it being 3D. That's not good.
I mean, it's going to be dark. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be funny. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe not as much as the first Avengers movie because it's groundbreaking on its own, but this is a special moment. I can't wait.
I mean, Avengers 1 was groundbreaking in the fact that like they brought all these heroes together and like it was awesome. It was fun. This one's groundbreaking because you know nothing's gonna be the same.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Ethan, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man, it was my pleasure.
I'm glad we got to talk about Marvel. It's always fun.
Yeah.
So am I. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow the Instagram page. I'll see you next week for another episode. Bye.